episode number 31 of the Hitters Meetings. The Braves are rolling right now. They just coming off a sweep. I am joined with my compadre as per usual, Coach Ken Anderson. Ken, buddy, it's deadline season. The Braves are rolling. You got to be feeling good, right?
I tell you what, I feel great. I mean, between us winning and the Phillies losing, of course, they've coming out of it. I feel great. I just like the way the team is swinging. We got a couple of numbers for y'all tonight. The team is starting to swing the bat better, really good at bats. They did not have good at bats, as you know, in New York. Whatever they did, they got them fixed when they got to Atlanta.
Yeah, it looked like they got their I'm not saying that they weren't motivated, but they got that little pep in their step coming back home after that road trip. I think they were a little fatigued, and they get home, get some home cooking, see mama, and they were back in the ballpark having fun. So we got coming off 4 game sweep of the Nationals. Coach, I know you got some statistics that you want to roll out. Look, our picks to click didn't click very well. I'll keep it a buck 10 with you, Coach, but we did have 1 3-run bomb by a good old Michael Harris, so that was fun. But go ahead and give your stats.
Both our hitters, Michael Harris, Drake Baldwin, both went 2 for 15. Michael had the home run, 3 RBIs. Drake had an RBI. And the funny thing about it was they didn't strike out either. They had 3 strikeouts, kind of vanilla, blah. Drake hit the ball harder than Michael did. It was just one of those series. They had a 4 game stretch where they didn't come through, and but we swept, so it was a good thing.
Yep, and then we had 2 hitters that everybody has been on this year. Granted, they have not performed very well. I keep it a buck 10 with you. You've heard my rants on Riley before. So, again, when they do good, we got to give them some love. So, Coach, go ahead and give the shout out to the 2 guys that everybody normally hates on.
Austin Riley and Mike Yastrzemski were 8 for 18, 2 homers, 7 RBIs, 4 doubles, multiple runs scored. I mean, and then they threw out a stat that was amazing. Yaz has an 820 OPS against right-handed pitching since May 12th. We're getting Lane Thomas of that dog will hunt in left field. And Ryan brought it to my attention. I had almost forgot. We did say it today. He's over 700 OPS, and at one time he was barely above 500. Ryan, I tell you what, if those 2 guys really could get going in the second half, and Ronnie had 2 home runs. He didn't have a great series, but he had 2 home runs. If those 3 guys get going, we may get something special here in Atlanta.
No doubt about it. And Lane Thomas is definitely going to be the nice little piece to platoon with Yaz that Dubon was supposed to be, but because their shortstop just shit the bed this year, we haven't had that luxury. So it'll be nice to get Yaz back in his normal routine of being just a platoon guy. Thomas will come in and do a nice job against lefties. He's got an 800 OPS, by the way, against left-handed pitching. Yaz an above 800 OPS since May 12th against righties. That's pretty nice, chat. Riley, well, I'm not going to say he's back, but he looked much better. He looked a lot more comfortable in the box, better balance. So we'll see how that dog plays. But I really want Ronald to get going. I think that's the key. If that dude gets going, man, where he's just crushing the baseball, it's going to be a really fun September, August, and October for Atlanta. But we're moving into the Marlins series. Now, look, we don't know who they're throwing for game 1. TBD is all over this series. He's getting overworked, so we have no idea. We're not going to do game 1 because we really don't know, especially with the deadline rolling around. We know Perez is going game 2. We've heard rumblings that Jansen Junk, is going to be rolling in game 3. We can do the relievers, so you're going to get 2 starting pitchers. You're going to get 2 relievers. We're not going to do the 3rd starting pitcher just because we simply don't know, and we're not going to sit here and scramble through notes just trying to figure it out. Sorry, fellas. So, Coach, we are facing probably one of their 2 best bullets in game 2, and that fella is Mr. Yuri Perez. What you got on Mr. Yuri Perez?
He's outstanding, and he's definitely one of that. I think they have 3 top guns. We're going to miss 2 in Meyer and Alcantara, but Yuri Perez can fight both of them for the number 1. He is outstanding. He throws hard. He throws up here too, can be really difficult. We just talked about 3 hitters that have been having a tough time with the fastball up here, so this will be a good test for Yastrzemski, Riley, and Acuna.
100% agree. So, again, since we have done the Marlins before, you guys are going to get to look at the TJ Stats page for them. So, let's go ahead and look at Mr. Yuri Perez. All right, so as you guys can see, he's got the four-seamer, he's got a slider, he's got a sinker, sweeper, changeup, curveball. As you can see, according to TJ Stuff Plus, he actually grades out exceptionally well. I don't think that's any surprise to anybody. His velo can top out around 100 miles an hour. He averages 98. So let's go ahead and roll through what he did against the Atlanta Braves his last time out. And as you can see, he pitched not so great against the Atlanta Braves, if we're going to be honest. He went 4 innings. He gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 2 walks, only 2 strikeouts. So he did pretty daggum well. And we're going to review what my game plan was against him real quick. So our plan of attack for the right-handed hitters was to attack the fastball and slider window. You want to see the ball start inside or inner third at most. If it is a slider or sweeper, it will land on the outside corner, and you can adjust to it, so make him paint the outside part of the plate. The fastball, you want to get it over the middle of the plate, and you want to try to see it up, because if you try to go low, he will eat you alive with the sweeper and slider to get you to chase. Our plan of attack for the left-handed hitters, you want to see the ball start belt high to belly button high and in the middle of the zone, so inner third to outer third. You can pick either to hunt the fastball and slider window or the fastball changeup window. Either way, you want to attack the fastball up in the zone so the off-speed becomes easier to hit and adjust. And for me, I would really hunt the fastball and changeup window because he throws more changeups to left-handed hitters. And the slider, you can kind of see it. The only one you really want to swing at is going to be the hanger that pops out of the hand anyway. So let's see what he did. He threw a lot of four-seam fastballs to both righties and lefties. 56% to righties, 49% to lefties. He threw 24% sliders to righties, 12% sweepers, so he was definitely breaking ball heavy. He only threw a combined 2 changeups, or 1 changeup and 1 curveball, so 2 of those pitches to right-handed hitters, lefties. Again, a lot of fastballs. He threw 8 sliders. He did throw more changeups. He threw 20% changeups. He threw 16% sliders. He threw 10% curveballs and 6% sweepers. So mainly fastball, changeup with a decent amount of sliders mixed in. So we did nail the plan of attack against him, and the Braves did execute. They got his pitch count up to 76 pitches. So I would actually love to see more of the same out of the lineup. Make sure he's in the strike zone. Make sure you're getting the fastball up out over the middle of the plate. If it starts in the zone as a right-handed hitter and it breaks away, take it. Make sure you get a hanging slider that you want, because if you start swinging at the ones that start in the zone, it's going to be a very long afternoon. Ken, do you have anything else on Mr. Yuri Perez that you would like to add?
It's going to be a very difficult ride Wednesday. The reason why the Marlins were even thinking about trading Sandy Alcantara is they see this guy's the number 1, and I agree. I think he can be a number 1. The second thing, real quick, is it's going to be a great game Wednesday. You can see there's 2 ways to pitch. You're going to have Yuri throwing it up here as hard as he can with a great off speed, and he's going against Bryce Elder, who throws everything that's cutting and moving. You can win both ways in MLB, and they're going to prove it Wednesday night. Probably the first 1 to 3 or 4 wins this game.
Yep, so it's going to be a tough matchup. Yuri's not anything to be to scoff at. He's a very good pitcher, and he's got very good arm talent. He's an elite pitcher in the league, so it's not going to be easy. But we're going to move on to Game 3. Mr. Jansen Junk. Ken, what you got on Mr. Jansen Junk?
He's a good pitcher. We hit him. He's got fastball, slider, but we must see the ball out of his hand fairly well. He's pretty good. He's definitely probably their number 4 pitcher. That's the reason why we have a TBD for Tuesday. They haven't really decided who their number 5 is. I think we have a chance to hit him. I mean, his fastball is good, but I say this all the time about the Braves, Ryan. If you don't have a fastball that's plus 96, the Braves hunt that stuff pretty well. So I think we can hit Mr. Junk.
Yep, Mr. Junk is I would say he's kind of a borderline crafty right-handed pitcher, in my opinion. He's not going to be a guy who's going to blow your doors off. As you can see, his fastball average is 94. He's got a slider, changeup, sweeper, curveball, and a sinker. All right, you can see his pitch usage right here per left-handers, which is on the left. Right-handed hitters are on the right. So we're going to review what my game plan was against Mr. Jansen Junk. For lefties, it was to hunt the fastball and changeup window. You wanted the ball to start belt high to high thigh and on the inside corner to the middle of the plate. This will keep you on those pitches in the zone, and any spin starting in that window, take it because it's going to be a ball. The spin that you wanted to swing at again is going to be the one that pops out of the hand, starts outside off the plate. That will come back into the plate where you can do damage on it. The righties, you wanted to hunt the fastball and breaking ball window. You wanted the ball to start belt high to high thigh from inner third to outer third part of the plate. Again, the only spin that you wanted to swing at was going to be the hanger that pops out of the hand. Anything that started in the zone and broke away from you, you wanted to take it. So let's go ahead and move on up here, and let's go to his game log, and let's find out when he last pitched. He pitched against the Braves May 20th. He did not enjoy facing the Atlanta Braves. Let's go ahead and break him down. Chris Sale was pretty marvelous, I will say that. Jansen, 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 8 earned runs, only 3 strikeouts. The Braves got him up to 86 pitches. So here was what he did. Righties saw 28% fastball, 11% changeup, 22% slider, 22% sweeper, no curveballs, only 3 sinkers. So he did mix it up pretty well, but again, primarily fastball and breaking ball. Lefties, you got the fastball and the changeup mainly, which does not surprise me at all. So, I mean, that made up almost 60% of what you guys saw. And he threw the slider a decent amount, but again, it wasn't enough to really get off with the fastball and changeup window. So, again, Ken, and he actually had good stuff according to TJ Stats. He had above average stuff that game, but the Braves did a really good job of making sure they got the ball up in the zone, out over the middle of the plate. They hunted those windows. They did damage. They did not swing at many pitches out of the strike zone, because if they did, you're not going to get the 8 hits and 8 earned runs against this guy. They did a good job keeping him inside the strike zone. And obviously, we did very, very well against him. So, do you have anything else on Mr. Jansen Junk?
No, I think we really see the ball out of his hand well, because you just saw it. His stuff actually is supposed to be better than what his line said. So I think we're seeing the ball good out of him. So I'm looking forward to Thursday. I think we'll hit him.
I agree. I would be very disappointed if we did not. Almost as disappointed when we didn't hit Matthew Liberatore twice. So, that's always fun. But we're moving on to the bullpen, Ken. They do have a couple arms in here. I don't know if they're going to be there by the time we start this series. I want you guys to keep in mind, we're recording this on Sunday night. This is going to be released sometime Monday. And the deadline, and we don't start this series until Tuesday. So Mr. Pete Fairbanks and Mr. Andrew Nardi might not be in Miami at that time. We will see. Those are the 2 relievers that we're covering, so don't crucify us if they're not there, okay? All right, glad we got that out of the way. Ken, we're going to start with Mr. Andrew Nardi. What you got on Mr. Andrew Nardi?
First of all, the Marlins winning 5 of the last 6 makes me think they're going to both be here, and because Andrew Nardi would have definitely been traded. He's a really good left-handed pitcher, and you've got to keep that butt in. He's going to come from this angle, and he makes it look like it's coming at you, and he wants to throw it outside. You got to get him in the zone, and you got to hit him the other way, period.
100%. We're going to go over the pitch mix real quick, Chad. He does have a fastball, slider, sweeper, changeup. He is slider heavy to both the lefties and righties. He will sprinkle in a changeup to the right-handed hitters every once in a while to keep them honest and off of the sweeper. All right, so righties, our plan of attack. See the ball start at the belt to belly button range and on the outer third of the plate. This is going to keep you on the fastball and be able to adjust to the slider. If he dots a changeup, you're going to tip your hat. So you're hunting the fastball and breaking ball window. And honestly, I'll keep it a $110 with you. If it starts inside the zone and it starts breaking into you, go ahead and take it because it's probably going to be a ball. But if it's the one that pops out of the hand that starts way off the plate outside and it starts coming back to you, that's the one that you can really sit back and drive on to right center field. And he's not going to probably throw the fastball inside much. He's going to want to tunnel the slider tunnel, and he's going to probably try to hit that upper outer quadrant of the plate because that's what's really going to tunnel that slider coming down and in where you might chase over the top. So get it up, get it out over the plate. Only swing at the breaking stuff that starts off of the plate to you right-handed hitters. Lefties, Matt Olson, Drake Baldwin, Michael Harris, you guys are going to be seeing him quite a bit this series. So our plan of approach is going to be the same thing. You want the fastball up. He's going to try to get it anywhere from the middle, probably to the inner third part of the plate. So that's where you want to hunt the fastball, and he's going to throw the slider off of that tunnel with the fastball to try to get you to chase the slider away off the plate. So if it starts in the fastball tunnel and it starts breaking away from you, you want to take that. The only breaking ball you want to swing at is going to be the one that starts at you and above the strike zone that's going to fall back in the middle of the plate where you can do damage. And we did do a pretty decent job, if I remember correctly, last series against him. They did a very good job. So look for more of that, guys. Ken, you got anything else on Mr. Nardi?
No, Michael Harris hits him pretty well, so hopefully Michael gets a shot against him. So
100% agree. He also hit Tanner Scott really well. Maybe he just has a thing for left-handed relievers in Miami organization. All right, the last guy. We did very well against this guy. He blew a save against us last time. Mr. Pete Fairbanks. Ken, what you got on Mr. Pete?
Pete is an enigma sometimes. The Marlins lost 12 straight games, and during that 12 games, Pete had an ERA over 9. They're now 6-1 in their last 7, and Pete has had 4 straight save opportunities. He's not given up a hit. He's only walked 2, and he struck out 14 batters. So, with that said, I think we normally hit Pete, so we'll see. And I know your breakdown last time was spot on, so y'all be listening up. This is how we beat Pete.
It was very spot on. I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back. I'm not going to lie. So, his pitch mix. Now, I will say he's got one new pitch this year, and it's the cutter. I think that's why he really struggled early on, because it was new. But he's got a fastball, cutter, slider, and changeup combo. He's going to keep the ball into left-handed hitters and away from the righties. Slider looks more like a heavy curveball, and he tries to get guys to expand below the strike zone on it. The right-handed hitter's plan of attack, we're going to hunt the fastball cutter window. You want the ball to start belly button to belt high from the inside corner to the middle part of the plate. Maybe outer third if you're seeing him well and you're really staying back on that cutter, but otherwise, if you're not, make sure you stay from inside to the inner or middle part of the plate. And you really want to sit middle backside on him. You really want to focus on driving the ball the other way. I know inside corner fastball, if you see it well, you're going to have to react to it to get the hands inside, but he's going to try to live on the outer part of the plate against you and try to get you to expand off the plate. So you want the ball to stay middle of the plate. If you see it breaking away and it starts inside, you probably need to take it. And if it's the heavy slider, you're going to see the break coming down. So make sure that ball starts above the zone. That way it falls down into the middle of the zone. If you see it starting in the zone and you see it start breaking down, take it, because it's probably going to be a ball. Make sure you get that pitch up as well. Lefties, plan of attack is going to be the same as the right-handed hitters. You want to see the ball to at belt to belly button in height, and starting on the outside corner to the middle part of the plate, because he's going to try to run that cutter inside on you, try to get weak contact. So make sure that ball's starting out over the plate, even if it's the cutter. It'll start coming back over to the middle, maybe inner third, and you still be able to get your barrel to it and do some damage like we did against him last time. He did not enjoy facing Atlanta. He was very wild, and he did hang a good amount of pitches, so hopefully that continues. Ken, do you have any more info on Mr. Pete Fairbanks?
No, that's it. Like I said, you hit him last time. Let's do it again.
That's right. All right, Ken. It is time for our series predictions. We have 3 games. How do you think we fare against the Marlins?
I felt a lot better when we had Sale going in this series, but we've pushed him back to the Yankees series. I'll say this here real quickly. The Rangers were playing great for the guy to Atlanta. We won that series. The Padres were playing great. We won that series. We played the Orioles. They were playing great. We won that series. The Mets was not playing well. We lost that series. Nats were playing well, and we swept them. The Marlins are playing well, so I'm going to go 2 out of 3 Braves. I'm going with the pattern. 2 out of 3.
I like it. I'm going 2 out of 3 as well. I think we do pretty well against Yuri. Now, look, if he comes and shoves it up our rear end, there's not much we can do. But you're not going to face a world beater in game 1. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. If it was a world beater, you'd go ahead and see it. Sandy's already pitched. He pitched today, I think. You're not going to see Sandy. I don't think you're going to see Max Meyer either. I can't remember if he's on the injured list or not, but I don't think we're going to see him. So it's going to be a random guy. Whether it's one of their young pups that they're going to call up, I have no idea. But I feel confident that we'll be able to do something in game 1. Even if Yuri shoves it in game 2, I think we're going to be very good in game 3 against Jansen Junk, just like we were last time. So I'm going 2 out of 3. Ken, who's going to be your pick to quit?
Well, it's pretty difficult because we got a lot more people to pick from. It was a lot easier on a couple of guys, and a couple of guys we've been picking haven't. So I'm going to go with. We're getting righty. Okay, good. Then I'll go. I'm going to go Mikey Strimsky. I like the way he's swinging the bat. I'll go yes.
I picked him in Baltimore, thinking he was going to get hot there. He got hot later. So it's a good pick. Okay, I'm going to surprise you with this one. Are you ready? No, it's not Riley, Chad. I told you he's banned from getting picked. It's going to be Ronald. Ronald loves seeing the Miami Marlins uniform. He normally does extremely well. I think he's getting a little bit closer to being more on time with the high velocity. I like what I'm seeing out of Ronald. I think Ronald has a very nice series. What do you think about that?
And Ronnie loves hitting against the Marlins, so that's a pretty good pick. The reason I had to go the righty. If it had been a couple of lefties, I think I would have took the new player, Lane Thomas. He's been swinging the bat well. But I'll go Yastrzemski, and I love Acuna. And usually Acuna eats Marlins like they are fishies. He just loves it.
He loves facing Miami pitching, chat. So, again, we got a lot of stuff coming out. Again, we're going to announce a surprise at some point. Keep your notifications on for tomorrow. Just a little hint, wink, wink. Well, this might be out by then. But we're going to have a surprise for you. The Braves are playing well. Deadline is busy, so it's a busy time. So if you do watch this, we appreciate you guys watching because I know it's taking your attention away from the heavy duty on deadline day. But as for me and as for Ken, I think we're good to go, and we're going to see you guys on the next one. Peace.
You know what, boys? You guys are going to be world champions for the rest of your life.